Well, I want to say a couple of words about what is somethingness in relation to nothingness. Of course, there can be no other relation. Somethingness is very mysterious thing. In Vedas, in Vedic knowledge is called upadhi. Upadhi means limitational adjuncts, something which cover the original nature of nothingness. And by that created the illusion that something else exists. When you see, what is matter? As you well know, matter is, from our current understanding, um, atoms, molecules, quarks, mesons, bosons, etc. But how we know that? We know that by dividing the matter. We divide, divide, divide. And before 2000 years, atom is considered atomos, undividable. But turns out that this division, there is no end to it. You can divide infinitely. And the strange paradox with division is that when you continue to divide, you go to some point where the division already doesn't have sense, doesn't have meaning. Why? Because you cross the border of known, and and you cross this border, and you already are in the realm of unknown. As you know, atoms are mainly empty space. Actually, 99.99% empty space. And in this empty space is manifested something which is not permanent. Some electrons, so called, they pop up for existence and disappear. They don't have location, or when they have location, you cannot determine their momentum. You either can determine momentum, or okay, this is not so important. This is from quantum physics, but there is limitation to this knowledge. Because why? Because intellect can penetrate the nature of reality to a certain extent, and intellect is very useful when you are here in the forest and you can discriminate different things which are eatable from those which are not, etc. It's very useful for surviving purposes, but intellect is not useful to understand ultimate nature of reality. Why? Because What is this entity which want to know? Who is this observer? Can observer see himself? No, observer cannot see himself. The same way, eye cannot see itself without reflection of the mirror or something like that. Ears cannot hear themselves. Tongue cannot taste itself. My finger cannot touch itself all by itself. Wait, maybe if I do something like that, but this is not the point. You got it, yeah? Observer cannot see himself. And that is the point where all paradoxes begin. Because all this manifestation is for that. This is attempt which each observer make to see himself. And in order to see himself, he must manifest it in a certain way. He must take a shape. He must have a form. And this form will reflect eventually his original nature. And let's back to somethingness. Somethingness is this dream-like state, this manifestation is somethingness and nothingness. But you cannot have something without nothing. Only in relation something that dash nothing can be observed either somethingness or nothingness. Otherwise, you are in a non-dual state. You are just be, but you don't know it because you don't have to know it. You don't have a reason to cognize anything because you are everything. I'm sorry if I jump uh, right away in the deep waters, but can be avoided, cannot be avoided. Mm. And so, something is just a covering of nothing, upadhi. And this covering, according to Upanishads, must be removed. But in order to be removed, you must go in a certain process. It's not so simple to remove yourself, to remove your particular point of view, because this particular point of view is a natural way of manifestation. From another perspective, is very simple. There is nothing simpler than that. Than realizing that you are everything. But in fact, by realizing that, you you're dissolving your boundaries. You are not anymore this particular thing. You are not this particular person. You are just everything. And then you become nothing. And then they merge in some indescribable feeling, indescribable experience, where your skin covers literally every leaf in this forest, every stone in this forest is your skin. You cover every atom. You feel every atom, every leaf, every tree as your skin. And you realize that actually being everything, you are rather nothing. That's why you are everything. I know that's not very easy to grasp. It's not very easy to realize, but it's not impossible. Everything is a matter of wish. If you are curious enough, as I am, about my nature, about nature of the world, and if you can help yourself, but to know, to understand what it is, you will understand it. Because literally every road leads to that ultimate understanding. Every road go to infinity. Every street go to infinity. There is nowhere else to go but in infinity. No matter what we want, we will go there. And this wish, our wish to know, accelerates this process. And we find different ways, methods, and on the end, we realize that we are nothing. A great nothing. I wish you everything good, be well, and I see you again soon. Bye.